Welcome to another section of the Room 69 podcast. I remain confidence, Paulinus, Paul for short. Last time we had a very intense discussion. Very, very intense that became the signage of a lot of persons, it was the center of attraction. So we have so many persons saying a lot of things, divergent opinions and views about what they think and all of that. And then it was some caliber of personalities, that put that forward to make it what it is. But yes, you are also important. I am important. We are all important. So your view matters a lot. And today is another section of this Room 69 podcast. Then we have some personalities who are here with us. Who's going to make something, we are cooking something so hot. Don't forget, whenever we do this, we try to offer some solution to societal problems. And with me, I have my very boss. Wow, God, Twali. Yes, I have a, very beautiful queen, I told you after this, let's try to go on a date. Last time you disappointed. I hope you don't have the same thing in mind too.
Which person wife?
Wife, she never married.
Barry, I'm not married now.
I'm the limit your listing. Come on, don't do that. My dear, talk to me, when you speak, it's reverse.
I'm still your baby girl, Ashley.
Ashley?
Yeah, that one that they kill me. That voice that is enter your head.
Oh my leave a man, you see man, God create man and woman to you know these things now. Ash, you still owe me a date. I keep saying it.
No problem. After here.
And then yes, we decided to, create a deviation from the normal this time. We have a guest. Someone I know. Great personality. A wonderful person. My friend for years. When I mean years, I've known him for years. And then it's a privilege for him to be on this. No other person than
doing Casper.
Well respected personality.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
It's a privilege to have him.
Thank you.
Okay, as in the hot, my people want to talk about something so important. Okay, so guys, first, what I'm going to start with a true life story. Just in the space of 1 or 2 minutes, I'm going to put this forward, and then you tell me what you feel. And we know that first, no matter how we like it, the issue of trust, is an issue that even if one start to talk about them now, you will still linger at it tomorrow. But we'll just chip in. I'll tell you what. Those days when I was in school, it was my year 3, year 4. I had this girl who I was dating and all of that. So she suspected me that I was having an affair with someone. I don't want to start mentioning them because I know say definitely she could watch this thing. So she suspected me that I'm having an affair. I said, babe, I'm not. She said, no, you are. I said, I'm not. Why should I have an affair with someone? I can't. So because of that, her friend told her, oh, this thing happened. I know your guy is having an affair with this. And then probably because of all the stories she had outside, she went to cheat on me. That guy. So I didn't know, I was just at home one day.
They give you advice.
Don't do that, I'm strong man. Don't be smart, I face, but I'm strong man. I'm going to survive. So this thing happened, I was at home, and then somebody cried and she was coming. I said, who is this person? She not. I opened the door, I said, babe, you're crying, what's up? What is it? Why are you crying? She said that she cheated.
Wow.
Oh, she came back with her.
Yeah, she came back and she said she cheated. I was like, babe, this is like a prank or something? Because I know
You guys don't have any issue.
no conversation, no issue, so just like you cheated. Now, listen. I said, okay, babe, why did you cheat?
Mm-hmm.
She said, last time I came, I told you that I had things that you cheated on me, and because of that, I went to cheat. Do you know what I did? Guys, I know I might be wrong. That's why these are like divergent views and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I said that, okay, that's fine. Babe, it's okay to carry console her. When she left, I told her I was done. Do you know the reason I broke up? Apart from the fact that getting her trust again, me trusting her again was going to be a problem, it was the reason why she cheated on me. So you're telling me that tomorrow in marriage, if your partner should cheat, the best revenge is to go and, to pay back is to go and cheat.
No.
So now we are talking about, what I'm trying to bring up is, when you're in a situation like this, you are fall short of trust and all of that. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
You are fall short of trust. You will not be able to trust this person again. So how can, in situations like this, how will you be able to gain the trust of that person again?
Not easy.
I dey tell you, my boss, you see what thing I go through now. Okay, should
I
we,
feel your pain, but that's how.
okay, let's ask our guest first. You went Casper, you're, like I said, for the second or third time, or for the umpteenth time, you're welcome to the
Yeah,
system.
thank you, thank you.
In a situation like this, I ask, what will you do?
What will I do? But first, Baba, I don't know you for how many years now. I never heard that story. I never heard that part. But any time together, we do almost everything together. You understand? I respect you to tell you things I don't tell my friends, and you respect me also to tell me things you don't tell people as well. I mean, but we've had intimacy together, and in all those things, you heard something. I believe you should know me enough to some certain level of amount. You understand? So when you hear things about me that is not, that you feel like maybe even if it's true, I believe like you should first of all be able to verify what you heard. Maybe not from me, but you should verify it for yourself as well, because I might be lying to you. I'm not Christ. You understand? I'm not Christ, but you should be able to verify from there. And then let's say you didn't verify, you took laws into your hands. You went on and you did what you thought was best for you as a revenge to hurt me, because that was the sign. In my opinion, that's what I think. Because if you heard that I cheated and then you went to do something else, it's to hurt me, because maybe you've not been doing that all the while we've been together, but because you've heard something and then you went to do the same thing that you heard I did, which you're not even sure about, you took that to be true, and then you did what you did, and then you came back to tell me this is what you did. It's crazy. Why did you tell me in the first place? Why did you go to do it if you come back to tell me? So, and I feel like there was no trust in the first place. So that this is the way I'll take it. If after everything, after a year plus, you don't trust me to tell me things, maybe you don't trust me enough to believe what I tell you, it shouldn't mean you should take laws into your hands. And if you did, you shouldn't come back to tell me this is what you did. And I think because that is like you pulling my hands. What did you expect from me at that point?
Let me quickly say this. I understand perfectly what you're saying, but let me just turn the keys. You understand?
Yeah.
Try to add something to the case.
Yes.
This is not the story. What I want to say now is not actually not the story, but let me just add something. Let's assume that actually you being the man like us, confident, now said. Let's assume that he was actually guilty of the cheating. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, it cannot be true. He's not Christ, man.
All right, so that's
He ain't Christ.
Let's assume that actually
He did it.
he actually did it.
Yeah.
Well, okay, what you were saying,
And just for the record, I believe he did it as well. Just for the fucking record. Yeah, I believe he did it. I believe he did it.
Alright, so back to what I was trying to say. Let's assume that actually he's guilty.
Yeah.
Though this girl, being his girlfriend, doesn't know about it.
Yeah.
But now, based on what thinking and whatever scene she saw, went ahead to do it. And if you faulted her, because the solution, you don't use problem to solve problem. You understand? So now, if this person now come back as she did and come to apologize to this, okay, see, I'm sorry about this is what I do, or whatever. You as a person that actually committed the crime in the first place. Because like what he's saying, I can't trust you anymore. You don't understand? So how are you going to do in this case? But two people now is now giving some of them.
Yes.
How are you going to do it? But now the lady is suffering the trust issue. The man is not going to suffer the trust issue from now upwards. How are you going to?
That's a fucking toxic relationship.
Be able to maintain that trust back. Or should we just go our separate?
Yeah. Honestly, there was no trust in the first place.
Okay.
Because if he actually cheated in the first place, which means he didn't love her in the first place, he was lying all this while. Okay. So there was no trust from his own end. But I'm not saying she did the right thing, but she took laws into her hands and she did what she thought was best for her at that point. And let's say he actually cheated. You understand? Now we know he cheated. Let's say we know that he cheated. Yeah. I think the best thing is to end the relationship, because onwards from there will be no fucking trust. Because they were never trust in the first. There was no trust in the first place.
Okay. according to your experience,
Yes.
you know, I'm going to fault you and still fault the girl. Why I will fault you is because you walking away for her to be bold enough to come tell you that, guy, I'm sorry. No, guy, I'm sorry. This is what I did.
Yes.
You get, that is enough reason for you to like, okay, sit her down and look for a way out, not walking away.
What
Then
the
she,
fuck?
yes,
Really?
yes.
What
For
the?
her,
You didn't think of apologizing before you did what you did. You did it, then you come back to
she's being
apologize.
remorse. No, she's being remorse. That is number one. She's being
Yes.
remorseful.
She admitted.
Do you understand?
You understand? Then where I will fault her is she hearing all of those things, and instead of her to come to sit you down, that is where the communication comes in, and talk to you about it. She now took laws into her hand. You get, probably when she might have done with whatever she did, she now realized that, okay, I shouldn't have done this. She came back to you.
Oh,
Yes.
you come to your senses after you fucked up.
No.
Just to
That's what it fucking means. That's what it, because hold on, because I feel like if we're in a relationship, we should have communication.
Yes.
You heard something from us, you didn't hear from me. Like I said before, we've been doing everything together.
But let's assume that that is just our weak point. Let's assume.
Your weak
Okay,
point.
because I want to believe that.
Put this scenario into a marriage scenario. Put it into a marriage scenario.
Exactly, and that's where I'm
Explain that they are married.
And that's exactly where I'm coming from. Because the same thing can also happen in marriage. So the question I want to ask now, and before I ask that question, just to support, I believe that love, when somebody is in love, you can do crazy things. Alright?
That's true.
You can do crazy things, not especially when you're coming from somebody that has not grown that emotional maturity to handle certain things. There are certain things that hit a girl in a relationship or hit a guy in a relationship, and the first move the person is going to take is going to be totally wrong. But later on, you get to understand that I was wrong in this. And that is where love now comes in. To come back and actually show remorseful and say, okay, I've done this and I'm sorry about this. And now coming back, taking you back to the marriage issue where I want to come from. Let's assume that now we are in marriage. Are you trying to tell me that because of that, because of that?
Okay.
Well,
Now,
Okay.
first, the reason why I asked this question is this person has fallen short of trust. If you were in my condition, I know a lot of you will handle this issue differently.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I still want to bring you to a point where we are now. Don't forget, whatsoever we do, we are trying to offer solution to a problem.
Yeah.
If you were in my condition, like I said previously, you handle it differently. I still want you to bring you to a point where, if you are falling short of trust, how can you be able to
Bring that
gain
trust
that
back.
trust again? If you were in my condition, how can you gain that trust again?
like this is difficult.
It's difficult.
It's difficult because, like I said earlier, you understand. If having the fact that you know you didn't do this thing, you understand, you know you didn't do it, and then you didn't talk to me first, and then you did what you feel. There's a lot of things that will play on the guy's head. Let's say you were being out of emotionally anger, because anger is an emotion and it's a very strong one, and you did what you did. But we should also understand that relationship comes with principles. There are principles in relationship that you don't fucking cross. You could do anything. You could throw stones at him. Don't take a call for a month. Go out party with other guys. You don't go fuck some other guys to. Come on, talk. First of all, be assured that he did it. Do you understand? Be assured that he. If you was married, would you do that? Go fuck somebody else? Because what if you have kids? Now I'm not saying listen, I'm not saying it's not possible to love the girl and accept and to trust her. I'm saying it's difficult, and most guys won't do it. Me, I don't even know me sitting down here, I don't know what will be my final decision. Yeah, to be like, all right, I'll still love you.
I think let me just kind of try to add with my own little words.
Yes.
I think just like what you're saying, how can we actually gain that trust,
back?
Because I want to believe that this is a relationship that I love. Do you understand?
Yes.
Not because of one lapse or maybe one mistake and through the whole relationship. And I agree with him when he said it's not easy. Let's be very realistic.
And we should also be realistic that it may never work again.
And
You have that in your mind. It may never fucking work. It won't work again.
I understand that the man's mind, do you understand? Like I said earlier on one of our programs, I said a man's mind is like a pure white fabric. Do you understand? Cloth. Once the stain is there, you can never. Do you understand? Even when you try to wash it clean, the quality of that fabric cannot be the same because it's touching and when I eat into it and all that because you're trying to make it.
Same for everyone.
So same for everybody.
Same for everyone.
For human being. So it's not easy, but still, there's an angle for forgiveness. And forgiveness is not emotional. Forgiveness is not just your choice, or it's not just your opinion. Forgiveness is mandatory. It's like a natural phenomenon. As long as you live, you must forgive. Because the truth is that forgiving somebody is not actually doing the person good. You're doing yourself good. You're actually helping yourself go back to the normal person supposed to be, or you were before. So for me, I think that the best thing you have to do now begin to look at the person from a different angle. First. Okay. And at the end of the different angle, what am I saying? Try to concentrate on the good part of the person. Do you understand? And as long as you see that genuine repentance.
But I'm saying that's like it's more it's easier said than done. It's fucking easier said than done.
Yes. Okay. When you talk about breach of trust, it's not just infidelity. There are a whole lot of things that exactly. Okay, it's a situation whereby you want this relationship to work. You get first, you have to talk over it. Like he said, it's not easy to regain that trust, but you still want this whole thing to work. There's this man that he caught his wife cheating, or his wife came to tell him that I'm just like what you said, I'm sorry, I cheated and the rest. He got angry and sent the woman out. Then he traveled down to Port Harcourt. He invited one of his side chick, not knowing that the side chick is married as well. You get, so while they were making out, she was like, please, excuse, I have to take this call. It's very important. It's my husband. The man was like, are you married? She said, yes. At that moment, the guy was like, no, I have to go back to my wife.
That's like different. He came to the realization that the person,
that's
a different scenario.
You have to go back to his wife.
And I agree with you, actually. Yes. You
get. So at that point that the person realizes his or her mistake and come to you, this is it. You guys just have to sit down and talk it out.
Let me give you.
It will not be easy.
It's easier to see. Let me paint a picture for you. This is the reason why I disagree with you. All right. Okay. If you are dating XYZ and Mr. XYZ has been fucking good to you, he's been nice to you all the while, and then you heard something from your friends, and these friends, you don't even know if they want good for you, but because you take them as friends, you took their word into account. And you take decisions into your hand. Remember, you and Mr. XYZ has been having a good time in this relationship. You heard that he cheated. And then you went to do something. You went to cheat as well. You went. And then you came back to tell him, listen, I cheated, but I'm sorry. And now you're crying. There's a two question in there. Why, first of all, why are you coming back to say, for me to know that you cheated on me? Because you thought I cheated in the first place, you want to hurt my ego. That's what I'll take. If anybody, then secondly, why are you crying? Because if you feel like I did what you accused me of, you shouldn't be crying. It's revenge.
Yes. Now let me ask this.
It's fucking revenge, bro. You get it?
Let's look at it like this. Let's also assume, because me personally, I don't really believe in this retribution stuff.
Okay.
See, if you don't commit your sin, you can hide it, keep it, bury it, man. Don't come to me with
for the sanity of the relationship.
Because there's some certain things, like I used to tell people,
you don't even know if the guy was planning to get married to yourself.
I'm coming. You see, the point is this, what I was trying to say here is, let's assume that at the end of the day, this girl realized herself, what I did was wrong. Alright, I'm supposed to communicate, I'm supposed to come to my guy, I'm supposed to come out of this and
this is where I have a problem with you. At what point did you realize that what you did was wrong?
Even as that.
When did you why did you realize it after? You didn't realize it when you were in the act. You didn't realize it when you were thinking about it. You realized it after you satisfied yourself. Now this is my conclusion. I feel like because you heard somebody cheated, you really want to know what it's like to cheat. You already had it in you to do it.
And we're just looking for that
leverage. And I'm not saying it's not possible for the guy to forgive you. And I'm saying if you're a guy, you need to forgive anybody that cheat. Have it in your mind that you're doing two things. Listen, loving somebody is risky. It's fucking risky. From the day you decide to love someone, it's a risk you're taking.
But now this is what I was trying to ask. Sorry that I cut you short there. What I'm trying to ask here is that now this person now, let's say because of happy, I realize that if I tell my guy this thing, this relationship might not remain the same.
Just to keep
And I decide to bury it.
for
Do
the
you understand?
sanity
I
of
bury
the
it for the
relationship.
sanity of the relationship. And now the truth is this. Somehow the life irritates. Somehow
He finds out.
Now, if you find out that time, won't you also question the guy? Why don't you tell me?
Nah, because I did not find out. Wait, let's say you did this in October, yeah, and I find out like next year, July, August, or whatever, and I'll be like, all right, you heard that I cheated, and then you went to cheat, and I will not judge you. Now I'll be thinking from that time you cheated, I was thinking about your attitude. No, I'll be thinking about your attitude first. How have you behaved since you cheated? I'll think about it. Have you been like true to your words? Are you accountable? Can I hold you to your word? Since you told me, like, regardless, how do I find that first? From somebody else? From you? I found that from you. And whichever way. And now I count that from October. Okay, from October you cheated because you heard I cheated. I'll still be angry at you, no doubt. You understand? And I'll still count October, wherever the month sits. You understand? I'll count. Like I'll put your words to have you been accountable?
And all of that.
Along from that, and I'll be like, have you been truthful?
Okay.
Do you understand? Then I'll make my conclusion. If you've been fucking accountable, I have no problem with you.
Okay.
I have the fucking because I did not find out when it's serious.
What?
Now the problem is that's sorry, bro. That's what I'm saying. I'll put your word to the test because the thing is that ignorance is bliss. You do not know when she did it.
But now, at the end of the day, it's still your mind we're talking about.
It's still now you have something to. That's not the thing. It's not about the exact time. It's not about the exact time. Now you have something to compare with.
Now listen. You see, in issues like this, there are the reason why I brought up this scenario circumstances because a lot of persons are going through this. In fact, a lot of persons are in a dilemma now. They're in like something like a conundrum. Most of them are on the fence, either to go this way, out of this relationship, or to come in. Don't forget, like I said previously, we are profiling solution. So in situations like this, what I think personally is you want to regain the trust of this person. Like our guest said, look at the person over time. Okay, babe, you've told me you did this. That's fine. I look at you over time. How are you behaving? The first thing first, like Ash said, is she was remorseful.
Yeah.
Let's not forget that. She was what? Remorseful. Oh, babe, I
But
did this.
was she remorseful in your case?
I'm coming.
Was she remorseful in your case?
She was. So that's like
Okay.
a type of remorse.
If she then why didn't you consider her?
You have been able to, put forward your views and all of that. But I think a chunk of your views has been, predicated on the relationship angle and all of that. So let us try to, let us try to have a nuanced view. Let's balance this. Are you getting it? Why we also talk about and that of the relationship and all of that, let's also push this into marriage. Because, couples are also watching. Oh, they might be going through this and we might just be solving somebody's problem. So let us look at this similar situation that happened in marriage. Are you getting it? Similar situation should happen in marriage. Like you're aware that this thing happened. What will be the way out? Don't forget, are you just going to walk out of this marriage because of this? And this is the very first time, your partner is falling short of your trust and all of that. So are you just going to walk out or something?
Well, it's a tough one because now it's marriage. So it's a very tough one. Do we have kids? do we have kids? Let's say we have kids. So what will I do if I find out my wife cheated? First of all, there's one question that's not genuinely answered. Is the why? Why did you do it? First of all, why did you do it? So let's say I have the why correctly because you felt I was cheating on you. Do we have this conversation? Let's say it's a tough one, and honestly, I don't know what my reaction would be if I found out at the spot that, let's say she did it last month and I'm finding out the same month that she cheated because she thought I cheated. I'll be like, babe, we have kids. We have a family now. You should talk to me first. You understand? You should talk to me first. Because regardless of what I did, I feel like I'm your husband. We share the same bed. We have kids now. So whatever it is, you should talk to me first. Have the communication first. It's important. Talk. There'll be no time that if you know me as your husband, there'll be no time that I'll hate you because you cheated.
Yeah.
There will be no time that I would like, if you know me as your husband, there will be no time I will raise my hands on you because, oh, you cheated, so I'll raise my hands on you. That is if you know me as your husband. There will be no time that I would not let you have access to your kids because you cheated as my wife. I'm only saying, when you did it, you felt that I did it. What were the factors? What was running through your mind? Why did you do it? And what made you feel I was cheating? Let's trash it out.
Okay, let me quickly ask you something. Let me just assume, let's assume that the why might be a scenario whereby this woman is actually not being satisfied properly sexually. Or let's say that
That's a valid reason.
it's a very big
Mm.
even before the law. Lack of sexual so it's not a ground for cheating.
For
cheating.
But let's assume that because we are human beings, things happen. We have friends. I have my wife used to tell me, show me one of our friends. They got married within 6 months. About the husband traveled.
Wow.
For about 3 days now, the guy is not back. But they talk, they communicate, do all the bad thing. And at the end of the day, recently, why had the whole thing come up? She says, I was like, with that person now on that stage. This guy's in the club, the girl was in the club with her friends every time in the car, dressing. Like, what's happening to this guy? This guy is a married woman or some kind of a thing. I was like, want to know the details before this whole story now comes. So in a situation like that, your husband is not even around. You understand? At the end of the day, temptation, whatever, this guy now go cheat. That's say one thing like that. Let's try to see that. Let's try to find if this wife has any slight justifiable reason. As a human being, do you understand? In a position like that, I see one of the movie like that, those Nigerian movies like that, the guy actually the captain, alright? And at the end of it, this girl has been around for like 6 months, and this close friend, back then in school, at the end of the day, and this guy genuinely loved this woman. At the end of the day, because of the absence of the husband, this girl for sure, alright? And at the end of the day, she regretted it.
Why did she regret?
When the husband came back, she fell on the ground, apologized, begged the husband. Yeah, the husband started to take his time, but at the end of the day, because of the family, because of the kids, because of the relationship, because of the marriage and everything, at the end of the day, forgiveness comes. And that's exactly where I'm going.
Bro, that's a fucking movie, bro. That's a movie.
Reality, it do happen. So I'm trying to tell us that we should not forgive.
No, don't get me wrong. Let's say she's my.
A lot of factors, kids and all of
the
equation.
So
are you saying that? Ash, I'll come to you. Are you saying that in a situation like this, probably because of the whole lot of factors like your kids, how long you guys have spent together and all of that, you're still going to be in the marriage?
Let's okay, I'll come to your question, but let me first of all answer to what he said. He said there's some point which you agreed to. You said which is actually a viable reason.
In the case of you're not satisfied.
First of all, I would not give the viable reason to take stand. It's if let's say she's my wife and I'm out for 6 months. I won't tempt my wife, and don't tempt me. I won't put you in a situation where you have to do such thing.
Okay.
Whatever the fuck I'm going to, you coming with me after 3 months, after 2 months, you come. That is me, and that's what I'm saying. You should do that as well. Don't tempt your wife. She's human. She needs attention.
The situation might not always have that ground.
Then keep constant communication. All right. 6 months, 1 year. There's no work on earth you would say I'm gone for 6 months. I'm gone for 3 years. I can't take a chance to see my family. It's not possible. They understand what family is. Unless they don't want you to have a good life. They understand what family is. Because if you break up, you may not suffer. The kids may not suffer it if you divorce. Sorry, you may not suffer it if you divorce because obviously you're financially. The man is 30 something years old. He could get remarried. Let's say the girl is young. She could get remarried. But there's a kids that will go without a father, without a mother.
Okay. So I'm asking you as our guest now. What
Now,
do you do?
if I find out that my wife cheated, what's your question again?
Yes, your wife cheated, and then you try to brought in a lot of factors and all of that, the kids and how long you spend together.
First of all, my wife cheated. We'll be apart for like 6 months first, but she'll take care of my kids. Yeah, she'll be able to have access to my
Being
kids.
apart for 6 months, are you like trying to clear your head?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's going to happen. During that 6 months, we'll have constant communication, me and her, but not sexually, not in the house, not in the room. We'll talk, we'll go out on dates.
In the context of being apart for 6 months, what do you really mean? Is it that you won't be at home or you won't be talking to her that much?
Now, in the context of being of 6 months, I'll take her back to her dad's house, but I'm telling the man that, listen, I'm not divorcing you. I'm not being by your, this is what your daughter did, and listen, because of what she did, I need some time right now, and she needs some time. Now I want her to be the mother of my kids, and she's been there at the point right now. She'll take care of my kids as well, but we'll still have now after said that, I'll turn to my wife. We'll have constant communication, we'll talk all the time, but not in the room, not in my house. They're not in my house as well, but we'll not definitely, because I don't want such something where you think about emotion and you start fucking. We'll have the constant communication just to regain the trust back. That is because now, even if I want a divorce, I have kids. I don't want to raise a daughter without a mother.
Okay. The question here is that imagine kids are not involved.
Kids are not involved?
Yeah, so what will you do?
Now, I will start to think about the years we've been together. How long have we been together? 4 years, 5 years? Now, I will count every of her impact in my life. Did she contribute to my success as a person?
Okay.
Now, if she did all those things because she fucked someone, I should chase her out. She played a huge role in my success. Now, who did she fuck first of all? I wouldn't even want to know. But in my case, I'd certainly want to know. You understand? I certainly want to know. And then, like, the same thing would happen.
Okay. But let me ask you,
same thing is going to happen.
Let me ask you, just very short one, quick one, very fast one. Will you say that, let's assume that you're not sexually satisfied in your marriage, will you say instead to cheat on your wife or your husband, you should leave the marriage?
Why are you not sexually satisfied? Why? What's the reason? There are numerous reasons. There are so many reasons, and the reasons are different from the answers.
That at the end of the day, this reason is justifiable by the person.
By the person, I have to know the reason why. Let's say the nigga has a small dick.
Exactly.
That's a huge fucking problem, bro.
If at the end of the day, it doesn't work, we move out of the truth.
Why is it not working? If she doesn't know how to fuck, you teach her how to fuck. If that's the case, she doesn't know how to fuck.
In a case like this, we've asked our guest, and then he said if there are kids, I picked something from that. And I deduced from all what he said. That if there are kids, that communication, let's go apart, but then communication will try to bring back those and trust and all of that, and all of. So, do you have a contrary opinion? Maybe something, or you want to add to what he has said?
Okay, just like what he said. When something like that happen, first, just like he said, the next person have to give a space for he or she to clear his or her mind or it.
You are
So
to giving some space for something.
yes, for me to think.
Okay. My boss.
Honestly, it's very complicated. It's not easy, but
Yeah,
just one. I agree totally with our guest that you need time. You understand? You need time. But also remember, like person like me, the more time I get, the more corrupt my mind will get.
I agree, bro.
So in a case like my own case, it's not about the time.
Okay.
It's about how I'm able to solve that matter within a short
Period of time.
That's
That's it.
I don't know whether I'm still or not.
100%. Guys, you can't tell me not if you talk. Say you heard all of this and then you're in a conundrum in your marriage. Things like this, they happen every day, guys. Things like this happen fucking every day. Go out there, you see in relationship, in marriages, they happen every day. So what do you do? Like our guests have said, when Casper, it was wonderful having him on this section.
Oh, thank you.
Please, all
Thank
we are
you.
saying is, if you're in a situation like this, just think about this. Like he said, give some time. We are affirming to that. But while you give time, when you come back, set some boundaries.
Don't forget your kids as well.
Don't forget, set some boundaries. Oh, babe, I think some of the things that lured into this was this. In this now, we have to modify it. Don't do this again or do this like this. Even if you have to do it this way. Set some boundaries. Don't forget, she or he was remorseful in a situation like this, don't forget their remorse. So yes, please, I beg you, subscribe to the Room 69 podcast YouTube channel.
Yeah, please
Very
subscribe.
important.
Even in your case,
And then your
even if
very own boy